Hello, people of Earth. It's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today, we are once again headed down the gnarly wrestling aisle for two more weeks of TREBUCHET television. Before I get to that, I'd like to say hello to everybody in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter who, what, where, when, why, or how you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, we are happy to have you with us. And we hope the day finds you well. We're already in the GWA wormhole. Let's see where it spits us out today. Got a lot of booking done today, I would say. Hang on. The excited pirate. I have like the next couple of weeks about half booked based on the fact that we have these rivalries taking up half the show now. I mean, it's a lot of repetitive matchups, but hey, I only have to book half the show. Plus we're, it's back to Columbus. I could have sworn we were just here not that long ago. But welcome back to beautiful Columbus, Ohio. Okay, and as you can see, rivalry matches start us off as they're going to from here on out, at least until these rivalries complete. Ooh, we've leveled things up. It's still Mr. Rogers versus Michael Myers in a singles matchup. However, now their tag team partners are in their corners. So, vive la différence. I am so hoping that they default into booking these two teams into a tag team championship match at the pay-per-view, which is obviously where this is supposed to be heading. We shall see. I remain neutral in terms of booking who wins. I let the athletes sort that out in the ring. I just give them the opportunities to fight. I believe Mr. Rogers here has thoroughly... Yeah, last week, Mr. Rogers faced Venom with Michael Myers at ringside doing commentary. The week before that, Rogers was victorious. The week prior to that, Myers won. Before that, Rogers won. So they've been kind of trading wins back and forth. Okay, so I got 37. We're on 37. That's the one that's booked. And away! Weeks 37 and 38 today. Man alive. Seems like just yesterday we started this epic journey. For Mr. Rogers. An epic body slam to start things off for Mr. Rogers. Missed wild with that dropkick, however. It's planted with a DDT. Quickly into the cover goes Myers. Gets a quick 2 count out of it, but only 2. 2/3 of the way there. You can see Bill Nye the Science Guy brushing dirt off of his suit jacket in the corner of his championship tag team partner, Mr. Rogers, the two comprising the PBS, the Public Beatdown Squad, your reigning tag team champions. And they were with their most heated rival, Michael Myers, seconded by Leatherface of the Ladies' Men. Conspicuous by his absence, the third member of their trio, Jason Voorhees. Yes, now, Mr. Rogers is wearing out Michael Myers in the ring. Nothing fancy about that offense, but it sure is effective. Off the ropes he goes. Oh, duck underneath. Pulls him off the ropes. Turns him inside out with a clothesline. And now bars the knee. Just Fred Rogers. Michael Myers able to kick him off. Oh, and then kick him in the back. Ouchies. Rogers struggling back as best he can. Oh, Nicholson Myers off to the apron. Michael Myers counters. Re-enters the ring. Gets caught in a turning belly-to-belly from Fred Rogers. He's going to be looking to weaken Michael Myers to set him up for that vicious pile driver finish. Hang on. Once he's got him here, hooks the leg, only gets a 1 count. Michael Myers will be looking to put Fred Rogers to sleep with his choke submission variation. Oh, hang on. Distraction by Leatherface. Myers looking to take... Oh, command of the matchup with a big pancake. And there... Oh, no. Rogers able to counter out of it almost immediately. We saw that sort of arm trap sleeper variation that Myers uses to take his opponents down and out. He also employs the Anaconda Vice on the ground. It's sort of a seated, or a seated variation of the same submission from what I can remember. Myers smartly grabbing the bottom rope on the pin count. Fred Rogers yelling at Leatherface for pointing that out to his normal tag team partner in the ring, but hey, that's what the second's for, to kind of help you out when you're out of it. Oh, drops Fred Rogers' throat first across the top rope. Those are steel cables wrapped in tape. Big backbreaker from Fred Rogers. That lures Leatherface to the apron, trying to distract him. Oh, allows Michael Myers to get in the chin crusher. If I were Bill Nye, I'd have a mind to go around the ring and give Leatherface a what for. Oh, hang on, there's the Anaconda Vice now. On the mat. Looking to tap Rogers out here. Got that double wrist lock. Myers satisfied he's done enough. Put the man down for 3, but Rogers rolls the shoulder at 2. Michael Myers abandoning the submission portion of that hold and assuming the cumulative damage. That put his opponent down and out for the 3 count. Not to be, as Fred Rogers now ascends to the top turnbuckle. Off the top with a huge crossbody. Just dribbles the wrist of Michael Myers off the canvas. Pulls him back to his feet. Standing dropkick into beauty. Just got to get Myers away from the ropes here. Dragging him toward the center of the ring. Into the cover, hooks the leg. Referee in position for the 1, the 2, and the kick out by Michael Myers. Fred Rogers starting to get a little frustrated, it seems. Got to stay on his man here. Once again, ascending to the top turnbuckle. Big fist drop off the top. Once again into the cover goes Rogers. 1, 2, 3, knocked him out. And Fred Rogers is your winner. All right, so rough loss, boo-ba-boo. This is all part of their feud. Oh no, I think is he gonna like break up with Leatherface? Make him feel better, bud. Just console your tag team partner. Don't shove him. Don't shove him. Oh, come on now. Wait a minute. I don't want the feud to break up the ladies, man. That's not what this is about. Maybe it's all subterfuge. Maybe they're all... Interesting. Interesting. So maybe they're all trying to lure PBS into a false sense of security. Like, yeah, the other tag team's breaking up. Ha ha ha. We'll see. Rivalry match number 2 of the afternoon. Billie Eilish still putting the boots to Nicki Minaj. I'm pretty sure she's a perfect like 4-0 against Nicki, but this rivalry continues. Trying to get these to the pay-per-view. I can't imagine what else there is to say about this feud because, from what I recall, Billie Eilish's victories have been like pretty dominant, and they don't necessarily even lead to a post-match angle or a pre-match angle. Like there's kind of nothing going on here. I'm saying that purposely so that the old whatever I commentate, the opposite happens in the games curse kicks in. And this thing starts in a fury. Go crazy! Yeah. I like a wild double DQ and they're just swinging chairs at each other or something. Oh, snake eyes. Nicki Minaj going for the top turnbuckle, but Billie Eilish's face hitting the middle one on the way down at an odder angle. Would have actually done more damage than had she hit the top turnbuckle. And I was trying to keep her grounded in the early going. Perhaps thinking to slow Billie Eilish down in this, their latest singles match against the other. Glancing blow there from Eilish. She's able to follow up, and now she's going to work on the joints of Nicki Minaj in kind. We're going to seize up a double hamstring maneuver there. Dropping those double legs across the legs of Nicki Minaj from Eilish. And Nicki fighting back here. One of those competitors that elects to fight in heels. I don't know how they do it. Certainly not detrimental to certain fighters' records, as I believe former world champion Katy Perry fights in heels, and Mystique as well, our inaugural champion. In fact, more have had heels than haven't, and held the belt. If what I spake is true. It's fun having like memories and then not trusting your memories, so I just doubt myself all the time. Which is why I say stuff like, I think this happened. I never like concretely say something, just in case I'm wrong, which I more than likely am. At least, I assume I am. Eilish in firm command here. Mr. Perfect-esque. Neck flip. Hang on one second. I think the cat's causing a ruckus. Another near fall for Billie Eilish there. She's been in command the majority of this matchup. Hers to lose at this point, I would wager. Nice dragon screw by Minaj. Fight from underneath and get back into this thing. But Billie reestablishes herself. Locks in the armbar, center of the ring. Minaj rolling out. Nicely done with the elbow to the point of the skull. Not really a point on your skull, but crown of the... Oh! Heel to the face on that super kick. Hooks the leg, does Nicki Minaj, and almost puts Billie Eilish away. She can't believe it. She thought that had done it. We're going to follow up now and put Billie Eilish away once and for all is Nicki Minaj. Looking to hit that signature DDT. Follows it up with her own unique pin. There it is. 2, no. Certainly leaves that right shoulder uncovered, does that pin attempt. Billie able to roll it at 2, and the fight continues. Right back to the arm goes Billie Eilish now. Oh, wrenching away at the shoulder joint as well. Now into the trailer hitch on the legs of Nicki Minaj. Trying to get the submission either way is Billie Eilish. Upper and lower limbs. Hooks the leg on a cover. Only gets 2, but perhaps Billie Eilish is serving to wear Nicki Minaj down more with that pin attempt. Switching between pin and submission. Well, hang on. The dragon screw from Nicki Minaj. Follows on with a stiff kick to the back. Trying to string some offense together. Got her hooked once again for that DDT. Plants Billie Eilish, center of the ring. Into the cover goes Nicki. 1, 2, through, no. Billie Eilish once again rolls the shoulder. Nicki Minaj got to be wondering what she's got to do to win. 2 of those DDTs didn't do the job. And now Billie Eilish. Nice butterfly suplex to Minaj. Oh, stiff knee to the side of the jaw. Trying to work that shoulder joint once again. Oh, like a dragon screw arm whip, but nobody moves. Into the cover. Oh, almost puts her down. Rolling neck snap once again. Scurrying to the top rope is Eilish. Beckoning Nicki Minaj to stand. Oh, missing wildly with the tomahawk chop. I suppose we could call it the knife edge. Oh, another stiff kick to the jaw of Billie Eilish. She looks dazed. She's down for 2. She's down for... No! 2.9. Nicki Minaj has never been closer to pinning Billie Eilish than she has in this matchup. One more maneuver could do it. Instead, she opts for a rather haphazard version of a camel clutch. Trying to tap Billie out here. Billie able to survive. Gets pulled back to her feet. Right back into the DDT. This has got to be it. Nicki back into the cover. 1, 2. No. Billie Eilish again kicks out. Nicki Minaj furious. Been all Nicki for quite a while now. And just like that, Billie counters. Hooks both arms once again. Butterfly suplex. Back to the top rope goes Eilish. Waits for Nicki to stand. Gotta be going for that knife edge chop once again. Once again, misses wildly. Gets a waist lock. Takes her down to the canvas. And back into the arm bar. Gonna play it safe and try to tap Nicki Minaj out. Referee in great position here. And once again, Minaj survives. Right back to the arm goes Billie Eilish. Oh, counter that time. Was going for the armbar once again. And now a counter from Billie. Caught her with the elbow on the way by. Interesting running elbow strike from Billie Eilish. Now hooks both. Oh, gosh. Dragon suplex by Billie Eilish. Dumping Nicki Minaj on her head. Oh. Another stiff knee. Pulls her back up to her feet. Puts her down. Gets her set up. Going back to the trailer hitch. Taking submission here. Trying to tap Nicki Minaj out. And keep her record perfect. Against... No. Oh, opts for the cover instead. Abandons the submission. Goes for the cover. This could do it. And it does. Billie Eilish once again defeats Nicki Minaj, remaining undefeated in their feud. Hey, Rocco, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to a nice brunch time edition of the show. I was up early getting groceries. I figured, man, instead of napping, I might as well get this done because there's no telling what happens if I nap. A nap can go sideways on me. So let's get it done now while I have the energy.
Here is your winner, Billie Eilish.
I love that the last highlight they showed was a pin attempt by Nicki Minaj, and now... Okay, so that's it. Again, they're in a feud. Nothing feud-like happened. It's just a normal, she won the match, fair and square. Okay. I mean, they're having good matches against each other. That was 4 stars for whatever that means in game. Anyhow, so the rivalry here is between Unbridled Strength on the right, the Bride and Tifa Lockhart, and they're actually feuding with the current women's tag team champions, the Black Order, Gamora and Nebula. So here they are facing the bad guys. I'm assuming there will be interference or some sort of distraction, or perhaps they get jumped before the match even happens. Let's see what happens. I'm curious to see how this will go. This is a rivalry match, but one of these teams is in a rivalry and the other isn't. But it was auto-booked by the system, so it should actually do some sort of story. That's all I'm looking for, to add a little story. You used to be able to book promo segments and stuff for WWE, like create a story mode. I wish they would reintegrate something similar to that into universe mode, so that not only could you have people in matches, and then it also helps their stats go up, but then you could also put them in promos, especially if they're in feuds, because then you could put them in like a promo to call somebody out to start a feud, or a promo in the middle of a feud to like push it forward or move it along, or just keep it active without actually putting them in the ring, you know? Maybe by 2025. Waiting weeks for this. Oh, okay, so they're going to get jumped beforehand. Do I have any idea who the devil is? I don't know. All I'm saying is they better resolve it at World's End. That's all I'm saying. Oh, no, they jumped them before their match. Okay. Are they going to get cleared? Boo, the cowardly tag team champions jumping their challengers before the match. Their future challengers, that is. I honestly don't know who the devil's going to be. There's been a lot of possibilities floated out there. Some of them make more sense than others. I'm just ready for it to be over, to be perfectly honest. Like, let's reveal who the devil is. Let's reveal who the other 4 main gentlemen are. Assuming they're all gentlemen, excuse me. They, you know, some of them could be female, whatever. Characters in the whatever stable is about to be formed against or with MJF. Who even knows how this one's going to turn out? I'm just ready for the next big leap to happen at the pay-per-view, whether MJF wins or not. You're guessing Jack Perry? I wouldn't hate that if he's been working on his promo, like if he's been practicing the promo in the mirror for the past couple weeks to like really nail it. And if it is Jack Perry, come back with a completely different look, like a beard and short hair, something like that. Like not the long Jungle Boy hair look that you had. Because even his heel turn before he took his, let's call it a sabbatical, all he really did was do a leather pant version of his Jungle Boy stuff with like the tassel boots and stuff still. So if he could continue changing his look, including a haircut and stuff, if it is him, fine, try to justify it, whatever. I mean, it would sort of like easily off the top of my head, you could justify it being him for all of the 4 pillar stuff that MJF laid all over him when they did that brief feud at the beginning of his title run. And be like, I was the overlooked pillar and da-da-da-da-da, and you said this about me, that about me, well, look at me now, etc., etc. You created this. If it's supposed to have been Adam Cole the entire time and they've just been waiting for him to get healthy, that's fine. But please just reveal it, even if he's not, even if he's just close, but can't quite wrestle yet. If it's supposed to be him, sure. I can't imagine it's supposed to be anybody like coming into the promotion that hadn't been there before. So I don't know. The worst option is probably MJF himself, especially if it's like a split personality deal, where he's like, he doesn't even know he's doing it. And then they show camera footage of him bludgeoning himself over the head with that beer bottle in the parking lot type of thing. Like, oh no, it's like a Fight Club situation. The devil is his Tyler Durden. And it's like beckoning him back to being evil, and that's what he's been missing this whole time. That is the only scenario I don't want to see. Anything else they do involving somebody he can have a match with, I'm fine with. Whatever. He's kind of cooling off as champion anyway, so I would assume his title reign ends either at World's End or at Revolution at the very latest. And then he can move on to more character stuff, not needing the belt, but still being involved in story, which is fine. What if it's like Nick Jackson? I think we've got the cat's clawing. She does this all day. I'm not letting her. She's stuck. If she's trying to get downstairs and she comes downstairs, she's staying downstairs. She's tired of her clawing up the bottom, at the basement stairs here. Maybe Swerve wins the Triple Crown thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that I don't want to do any. Do you watch Dynamite last night? I'm assuming. Interesting. In the gold semifinals, I'm excited for Saturday to see what happens in the Blue League. That thing's pretty tight as well. I've been impressed with how much story they've been able to get into the tournament. Hang on 1 second. I gotta go check the door. Stupid cat. All right, we all good. Yeah, Swerve with that Triple Crown Championship would look good, but quite honestly, they should, I don't want to say strike while the iron is hot, but they should seriously think about whatever their world title plans are. If they hadn't already factored Swerve into them, I would really put him in the mix in the next, no later than a year, should I feel like Swerve could be built up to be champion sooner. By like the summer would be grand. It's not quite lightning in a bottle, but it's a very organic. He's getting it over very organically, this Swerve, and he's doing a lot of it himself. I'm also hoping that the actual trios titles go off of the Acclaimed and Top Flight? Yeah, Top Flight and Action Andretti win them. So the Acclaimed can go back into the tag division. It is sorely lacking tag teams at the moment, for whatever reason. Hey, Kate, what's going on? Oh, no problem. Happy to be there to help. I know all too well about negative examples from your apprentice. Whoa! Bride missing wildly with a Superman punch. And there's a tank girl. Oh! That helmet's not going to protect you from the knee to the jaw. Time to feast your eyes. Oof. Pop up into the discus punch. Not quite a feast your eyes. That's the burning hammer into the knee to the face. Oh, Tifa trying to charge in on Tank Girl, gets caught. Has to dive back into a tag immediately to the Bride. Tifa in a bad way here. Bride right back into the matchup. Remember, Unbridled Strength were jumped before the match by the women's world champion or world tag team champions, Nebula and Gamora, the Black Order. It's part of their feud, which I'm hoping builds to a title match at the pay-per-view. Bride looking pretty good here against Tank Girl. Nice soft jazz plays in the background. Tifa Lockhart tagged in. Sizing up Tank Girl, looking to put her away. Plants her, center of the ring. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. Out at 2. Yeah, like, I'm glad if we finally get that Keith Lee match, if it gives him something to do, but it should be like the last obstacle before he starts getting title shots. Like, even if he doesn't come out of the Continental Classic as the champion, and then perhaps Keith Lee is his first challenger or whatever, he should getting in that mix soon. He should be getting in that mix pretty soon, I would say. Like the next 6 to 8 months, for sure. We should be talking about that title opportunity he had, whether it be on a Dynamite, like a special Dynamite, or one of their pay-per-views. Let him get a taste. Speaking of, Yolandi Visser wants a taste of the Bride, and that's why she's back in the ring. Giving up a lot of size and strength. Yolandi climbing to the second rope. Big double axe handle to the face of the bride. That'll negate the size and strength advantage if you get some more leverage. Nice swinging neck breaker there. Drops her down. Oh, dragon screw by the bride in counter. And in comes Tiva Lockhart. This thing's just turned into a regular tag match. I thought perhaps Black Order might get involved again. Oh, back in comes Tank Girl. Bad guys. As represented by Tank Girl and Yolandi Visser here, former long-reigning women's tag team champions. Would be a huge feather in the cap. Oh! Dear Lord, inverted sheer drop brainbuster by Tank Girl. The Tiva Lockhart, I was just about to say, would be a huge feather in the cap for Tiva and the bride to knock off the former champs in their pursuit of the tag team championships. Especially after being attacked pre-match by the champs themselves. Now Tank Girl going to work on Tifa. Tags in her partner, Yolandi Visser, the rich bitch of the GWA. I apologize for my language, but that's what she calls herself. Short arm into a swinging neck breaker. Ropes come to Yolandi. Drops the big leg. Trying to get around Tifa. There she goes. Up to the top. Oh! Diving body press. Nobody home. No water in the pool for Yolandi Visser. Tifa trying to follow up now. Bit slow on that suplex, but got her up and over. A lot more torque on that German. And a tag out to the bride. Oh, Superman punch by the bride. Pulls Yolandi back up. Looking to put her right back down. A few knee strikes. Quick tags on the side of Unbridled Strength. Looking to isolate Yolandi Visser in their corner. Oh, hang on. Tifa going for the win. One. Whoa, Tank Girl flying out of nowhere to make the save. Breaking up that pin attempt. Sent to the outside for a trouble. Bride slides out after her. Tifa and Yolandi all alone in the ring. Oh, outside of the ring, a vicious combination to Tank Girl. Oh, God. Meanwhile, in the ring, Yolandi, snake eyes in the corner to Tifa. Bride relentless to Tank Girl outside the ring. I don't know why we're covering this. Director? I mean, I understand why the cameraman's filming it, sure. But do we need to broadcast it? Yolandi measuring Tifa. Countered! Into a Northern Lights! Yolandi was looking for that fisherman suplex. Perhaps a fisherman buster. Tifa got her up top. What is she doing here? On her shoulders. Oh! Spins it out into a powerbomb variation. Hooks the leg. One! And Tank Girl saves the matchup of that, I am sure. Gets sent into the opposite turnbuckle. Yolandi's got a little life. Misses a splash. Might have gotten drop kicked on the way by. Oh, but she catches. Oh, that's right. She does the free-handled family credenza. Perry Saturn told me. Fisherman swinging neck breaker. Into the cover. Bride makes the save. The free-handled family credenza. And now outside the ring, it's Tank Girl's turn to work over the bride. Again, I don't know why we're covering the action outside the ring as closely as we are. I'll have to have a talk with the production crew after the show. Tank Girl at least has returned to her corner. Yolandi Tags are in legally. No, Bride nowhere to be seen. Tifa Lockhart on the mat. Tank Girl measuring her opponent for a stomp to the face. Ooh. Stiff kick from the steel-toed boots of Tifa. And back in comes the Bride. Oh, into a chicken wing. Got a body scissors with it as well. Does Tank Girl try to tap out the Bride? Tifa helps break it up. Tank Girl rolling it into a pin attempt instead. Ooh, Tifa had help there as well. Bride just able to get out of that pin. Last possible moment. Oh! Just leveling her with these kicks. Back in comes Tifa. Bride gets a bit of a break on the apron. Tank Girl down and out, center of the ring. Tifa scoops her up. Plants her down. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Unbridled strength with the win. Looking good on their way to a tag team title shot. All right, so those are our 3 feud matches of the week. And then the other 4 I got to book for the rest of the show. Ain't that fun? As we see highlights of the action. Random highlights of the action.
The Union.
Unbridled strength. Overcoming the pre-match attack. Turned it into a 5-star rivalry match. Sure. Couldn't be more hyped for their rivalry then. Ah, yes. Superman's still in his goth phase, his emo period. Mourning the loss of his Multiversal Championship reign. Slowly taking it out on the individual members of the Legion of Doom. Up this week, Venom v Superman. Okay, so Venom clad in black and white. Superman clad in black and silver, if you need to tell them apart. Also, you can see the face of Superman. I mean, that's technically Venom's face, but it looks like a mask. Wait, does that just mean Venom's... No, he's not naked, because you can see he's wearing trunks. I feel like somebody in our marketing or somebody in PR was like, we got to get at least trunks on Venom. I understand that it's like a symbiotic coating. We at least need some trunks on him, just to be sure. Like a monkey in a diaper. Oh! What a toss to open things up for Superman here. Has been all business since coming back to the ring following his defeat at the hands of Lex Luthor in a last man standing match at the Cold Snap pay-per-view for the Multiversal Championship. Has his contractually obligated rematch coming up at our next event, Love Hurts, the end of February. We don't quite know what that match is going to look like yet. Stipulations TBD. I mean, I have an idea, and by an idea, I have the idea in my head, where I just haven't put it, not to paper, I just haven't put it into the game yet. Like customized match types. My heart's content. And what a dilly of a pickle it just might be. Hang on. Quick leg drop into a cover from Venom as he nods along. Only gets a 1 count, however. Superman looking to maintain some positive momentum going into his title shot at that February pay-per-view. Meanwhile, Venom looking to rattle Big Blue. Looking sadder than he already is in his emo tights. In aid of Venom's cohort, perhaps boss in the Legion of Doom, your current Multiversal Champion, Lex Luthor. And the second Multiversal Champion in our company's history. The one had previously been held by Superman since the conclusion of the Gold Rush tournament way back at the beginning of this universe mode. Since our first pay-per-view, in fact. That's when it wrapped up. Winning it, indeed, in a last man standing match against Thanos. recalling that correctly. In fact, let me check my notes. Let me check my match list / notes. It was, in fact, a last man standing match that he defeated Thanos in. Those two careers have taken decidedly different paths. Superman, top of the card since then. Slowly working his way back now that he has that title shot in, that contractually obligated rematch title shot in tow. Thanos, of course, embroiled in that legendary feud with Gandalf, eventually leading to Gandalf's expulsion from the GWA. Oh, dude buster by Venom. Dropping Soups on his head. Scoops him right back up. Plants him down. This is all symbiote here. Hooks the leg. Big smile on his face because he's about to pin the former champ. No! Superman just rolls the shoulder out in time. Oh, stiff kick from Kal-El of Krypton. Venom right back on the attack. Off the ropes. Drops the big leg once again. And now just stomping on the chest of Superman. Sweep the leg from Kal-El. Trying to pick his spot here. Into that front face lock. Been using this to tap out opponents lately. Waved off this time, however, as Venom fights his way free. Oh, him punch, but he missed. German suplex by Venom, dropped on his head. Superman in dire straits here, and Venom knows it. Pulls him away from the ropes. Rolls him toward the center of the ring smartly. Hooks the leg on the cover. This could do it. 2. Superman out at 2. Back to his feet almost immediately after the pin. Oh, ducked underneath the punch. Drops him with the backdrop to Venom, and he hangs on for a German now. Hangs on to that. Spins him around. Vertical suplex. What a combination from Venom. Oh, and a stiff knee to the jaw. Off the ropes to the big leg once again. No, Superman rolls out of the way. Center of the ring. Big DDT. Superman now stalking his prey. Headbutt to Venom. Just knee to the small of the back and a wrenching backwards with all his might, and a chin lock is Superman. Venom able to power his way out, sweeping the leg out. Got Soups locked. Oh! Front chancery to a gut buster. Now wailing away on the side of the knee of Superman. Trying to do some long-term damage. Superman able to counter. Into the front face lock once again. Pulls himself down to the canvas. He's got the body scissor on. Venom could be fading. Ref there to see. Superman abandons the hold, but he might try a pin attempt. Center of the ring, leg hooked. 1, 2. Venom out at 2. That's the move that Superman used to choke out Joker in his last singles match. Didn't quite get the job done against Venom here. Oh, suplex tossing Venom into the corner of Superman now. And now just wailing away on the symbiote. Superman readying himself in the corner. What does he have in mind here? Shot out of the corner like a speeding bullet. Oh! Went for the spear. Venom got a knee up into his face. Reversed into the turnbuckle is Superman. Perched on the top rope. Venom's got him up. Got him up. Got to be thinking Chicago skyline. Hang on, yeah. Oh, throat first across the top rope. This could do it. 1, 2. No! Superman escapes again. Venom can't believe it. Apoplectic in the face of the referee. Scoops up Superman once again and plants him to the canvas. Hooks both legs to be sure. And gets him. Venom with a huge win. Derailing the momentum of Superman on his way to a title shot. That's not going to make him happy.
Here is your winner, Van Win.
Van Win? That's not bad, I guess. My, oh my. Grr. That's a fun face. Nice pose. Victoire pose. Okay, now we got more stuff that I booked. Yeah. Action in our tag team division. Remember these guys? It's the High Rollers, and I think they're called the Soldiers of Fortune. I hope so. Because they're coming up next. They were our inaugural tag team champions. Haven't seen them as a tag team in quite a while. They were, in fact, the Soldiers of Fortune. Taking on the High Rollers, the Dude and Walter Sobchak, against the Soldiers of Fortune, John Rambo and the T-800. I hope Kenny Omega's okay. It seems like they caught it early enough. The most severe type of diverticulitis, because I did a little research on this, that I've seen, like right up to the point where it gets fatal, and that means like you never treated it. But the most severe seems to be like the surgical option. Like the most severe type that you can get requires surgery. That's what happened to Brock, and that kept him out like a year, couldn't do UFC anymore, came back to wrestling. Kenny seems to have caught that before that stage where they're able to treat it with antibiotics and bed rest, where he just can't do anything and he has to let his body fight it off. So the reason that it's like he's out indefinitely is that there's no real timetable on when or how, or how long it's going to take his particular body to fight off that particular infection. So I am optimistic that it won't take near as long as the surgical recovery did one Brock Lesnar, and we might see him, in 3 to 6 months or something. But that's just me guessing. I have no idea. For all we know, he takes like 30 days of antibiotics and he's perfectly fine, and he's back by Revolution. Or before, It is unfortunate that it throws a wrench in not only the plans of AEW going forward, but also New Japan, because I know he was probably scheduled for a big match with Will Ospreay before Will Ospreay left that company to work for AEW full-time. So that throws a wrench in what I'm assuming was another singles match for Wrestle Kingdom, or perhaps the event, their next major event following that. So it is a kick to the nethers to pro wrestling at large. And I certainly hope he's okay. I also hope CJ Perry's okay after whatever happened to her finger. Like, that looked terrible, too. A couple of terrible infections over there. As the Dude ascends to the top turnbuckle on John Rambo. Couldn't find two less like opponents than John Rambo and the Dude. I feel like Walter Sobchak feels like he belongs with the Soldiers of Fortune, but they secretly mock him, whether behind his back or to his face, TBD. Oh! Dude with that beautiful step up springboard kick to the face of the T-800 Terminator unit. And in comes Walter Sobchak. Now, we do have power dampeners throughout the arena. I don't really know what that's supposed to do if you're a robot. Like, if you have a robotic skeleton, essentially. What is that meant to do? Like, did we power him down so he's not technically any stronger than a human? He's still full of metal. So I don't exactly know how that works, but Walter Sobchak certainly doing a good job against him. Oh, gets faked out and then planted with a DDT. Smartly done by the T-800. Only gets a 1 count, however. I do believe he's also been busted open, has Arnie. And back in comes Sly. Oh, some stiff shots from Walter Sobchak into a quick spine buster to John Rambo. Into the cover. 1, 2. Even had the forethought to kick the T-800 off the apron. Gets a solid 2 count on Rambo. Rambo says, nuh-uh. No more for you, Walter. And begins stomping away. Oh, and then just quickly tags out. So no more for Rambo as well. Big scoop. Into a snake eyes. Onto the turnbuckle. At the T800. See the legs of the T800 kicking in protest, but did not stop the side slam of one Walter Sobchak. You're out of your element, T800. Back in comes the dude. Hoping to really tie the match together. Oh, the huge senton splash off the ropes, but Arnie gets the knees up. And then one of the jaw. Back in comes Rambo. To win the match, you got to become the match. As he catches the dude with a spear in midair. Pulls him back to his feet by the neck. Oh, and just tosses him across the ring. Rambo up. A dazed dude back to his feet. Oh! Punch to the gut. I was hoping John Rambo would do the Ted DiBiase cell where he did the front flip. Oh, gosh. Sandaled foot to the face of Rambo. And back in comes Walter Sobchak. High rollers. Look at a put down. Former World Tag Team Champions, Soldiers of Fortune. Meanwhile, the Soldiers looking to get back in the hunt for the Tag Team Championships, currently held by Bill Nye and Mr. Rogers. The Public Beatdown Squad turning pile driver by Arnie into the cover. Grin of determination on his face, but only a 2. Just wailing away those clubbing forearms to the side of the head of Sobchak. Arnie incensed here. Sobchak able to roll out of the way. Now Walter fighting back. Nope. Cut off immediately by the T800. Who scoops him up for a burning hammer! Into the cover! 1, 2! Walter out at 2 after a burning hammer. The dude must have dozed off on the apron. Hang on! Countered! Scooped up into a powerbomb! Walter now going to work. Trying to set Arnie up in the opposite corner. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. As Arnie fights free. Able to haul Walter into the corner of the Soldiers of Fortune, but not quite all the way to Rambo. Now back across the ring they go. Guys, just pick a corner and start fighting. Thank you. Short suplex to Sobchak from the T800. All right, Rocco, have a good one, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. As back in comes John Rambo, facing a prone Walter Sobchak, looking like he wants to tap out, even though nothing's happening. Staggers back to his feet. Rambo with a time bomb drops him right back down. 1, 2, and the dude there to make the save. Diving punch misses. Oh, Rambo gets his leg clipped out from underneath him. He was trying to fight the dude who's now legally tagged into the match. You can fight him all you like. Oh, planted! 1! I believe it was the Bro Derek. Certainly not the Bro Mission. Not as good a name. Oh, Arnie out of the way. It's down to Rambo and the dude. Dude going up. Oh, he's pointing the finger guns at Rambo. Staggering to his feet. Big chop missed. Misses again. Oh, got him the 3rd time. Able to sweep the leg. Drop the senton. Dude stalking his man. Oh, looking to tap him out with a Bro Mission. Got it's cinched in. And that is it. Rambo taps. High Rollers win. As Walter and the T800 fight on the floor. Big win for the High Rollers. As we take a look at some of the action. Oh, there's that vicious burning hammer. Let's take another look at it. I don't know how Walter survived that, but survive it he did. En route to victory.
Here are your winners, High Energy.
Close enough. High Energy, the High Rollers. Hot diggity dang. It's time for our semi-main event. It's another qualifier for the women's chamber match at the pay-per-view for the world title. We already have Wonder Woman in the cage putting her title on the line against Red Sonja, who is qualified, against Ariana Grande, who is qualified, and joining those women will be Sylvanas Windrunner, Harley Quinn, or Queen Elizabeth II. We're going to find out one of these three ladies going to join that chamber match at the pay-per-view by means of winning this triple threat. I think I picked the custom match type that was the multimedia melee qualifier because that was technically how I got people into the first chamber match. So just for organizational sake, I filed them under that rule type. I don't know if there's any specific, I don't want to say requirements, any specific limitations or anything like that this rule set imposes upon them. We'll find out. Maybe there's a time limit or something. Can't imagine. Heck no. Must be a winner in this one. First pinfall or submission sends you to the Elimination Chamber at the Love Hurts pay-per-view and gets you an opportunity at the World Women's Championship, currently held by Wonder Woman. That would be a 6-woman Elimination Chamber match. It's an elimination match, so there'll be 5 pinfalls or submissions in that one. Last woman standing at the end of it all walks away with the women's world title. Before that, one of these 3 women first has to qualify by winning this match here tonight. Our semi-main event of Trebuchet. Still to come, a fatal 4-way ladder match. It's a fatal 4-way falls count anywhere match for the Multimedia Championship. More on that at the conclusion of this one. As Harley Quinn is sent to the floor and Sylvanas Windrunner putting work in against Queenie, but Queenie quick to retaliate with that dragon screw. Queen Elizabeth II, the representative of Lady Boss in this, I don't want to call it a tournament, but certainly in these qualifying rounds toward the chamber. Harley Quinn representing the bad guys. Sylvanas Windrunner representing herself. And she backs Queen Elizabeth II into the rope and turns her attention to Harley Quinn. Snaps her into the knee. Nice combination by Windrunner on Harley Quinn. Now Liz taking over on Sylvanas. No disqualifications, no countouts, no time limit in this one. Triple threat match. First pinfall or submission gets you the win and secures your spot in the Elimination Chamber match at Love Hurts. Coming up at the end of February here. Oh, nice! Spinning side slam by Sylvanas. Only gets a 1 count on Harley Quinn. That's Queen Elizabeth II taking some time to job with the fans. Soaking in the adulation. Content to let her opponents fight amongst themselves. Northern Lights by Harley doesn't hold on for the pin. Sylvanas needs to take a powder to catch her breath, get her wits about her. That's going to isolate Harley Quinn and Queen Elizabeth II in the ring. QE2. Going to punch her ticket to the Elimination Chamber. Get a chance to become World Women's Champion. Rumor is she will replace the belt with a crown should she win the title. Oh! Doesn't take too kindly to Sylvanas posturing for the crowd across the ring. Queenie looking to take out both of her opponents here. Might have bitten off more than she could chew as back comes Sylvanas and now Harley Quinn out of the corner. Oh, Queen Elizabeth II has to deal with the X Factor. Got to roll out of the ring. Now we're down to Harley and Sylvanas. What a kick by Harley! Could have taken her head off. Elects not to follow it up with a pin attempt. Harley going up top. Big splash off the second. Queen Elizabeth allowed to return to the ring. I don't know how wise that was of Harley. I thought that kick she laid in on Sylvanas knocked her out. Should have tried a pin after that. Well, hang on. Gets caught by Queenie. Into the Canadian backbreaker. For the Commonwealth. Tap her out. Harley in trouble. Oh, Sylvanas breaks it up. Amazing impact. The inverted choke slam from the Queen. And now the backbreaker. No. Choke slam powerbomb combo to Sylvanas Windrunner. No. Almost puts her down. What a flurry by Queenie Elizabeth II here. Harley down. Sylvanas, another X Factor. Drops the elbow. Oh, Sylvanas going up top, missing that senton splash. Harley got caught in the corner. All three fighters back into the ring momentarily. Sylvanas, out she goes. Elevated DDT to the Queen. Harley into the cover. 1, 2. No. Strong kick of 2 by Queen Elizabeth II. Liz measuring Harley. Got to work fast before Sylvanas gets up. Into that powerbomb combo. Into the cover. 1. No. Sylvanas breaks it up before the 1. Taking too long, playing to the crowd here. Double team on the Queen. Drops her down. Face first. Able to counter Sylvanas. Harley looking to the crowd for support. Ducks the Superman punch by the Queen. Queenie fighting back. Deals with Harley for now, but gets caught by Sylvanas. No, slips out. Duck underneath by Harley. Neckbreaker to the Queen. Sylvanas up and over to the floor. Harley gonna follow her. Hang on. Who's she aiming at? Big splash on the Queen in the ring. Sylvanas slides in before a cover can be attempted. Harley set off the ropes. The two women just collide. Harley able to turn it into a glancing blow on the way by. As Liz starts to stir. Sylvanas blocks the DDT. Snaps her into the knee. Hang on! Queen's got her up! Into the backbreaker! Shaking her for all she's worth! And that is it! Sylvanas taps! Queen Elizabeth II is headed to the chamber! What a matchup! What a qualifier! What a chamber match it's going to be! As we now have 4 of the 6 combatants settled. Red Sonja, Ariana Grande, Queen Elizabeth II, facing Wonder Woman for the world title. 2 more competitors, 2 more contenders to be named in the weeks to come, including 1 more to be named later today. What a win for the Queen! All right, now it's entrance on. Now time for your main event. A fatal four-way falls count anywhere for the Multimedia Championship. Nicolas Cage putting the belt on the line. Gordon Ramsay, one of the contenders, due to his contractually obligated rematch. The other two, Charlie Kelly of the Gang, and representing the Soul Bros, Bruce Lee. I can't imagine. Well, there's only a handful of people, all of which are in the Soul Bros. It would be worse for Nicolas Cage to lose his championship to. Bruce Lee, Charlie Kelly, and Gordon Ramsay challenging Nicolas Cage in a Falls Count Anywhere fatal four-way. This is going to be first pinfall or submission anywhere in the building. Anything goes to get you that pinfall or submission. No countout, no disqualification. Weapon usage encouraged. The first title defense for one Nicolas Cage, taking a big old slice of the pie here. Trying to take on 3 different challengers. Falls Count Anywhere. Full entrance. Well, we'll have entrances on for this one since it is a title match. Determined look on the face of Charlie here tonight.
The contest is a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Super Hardcore Internet Television Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the Geeks from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 165 pounds, Charlie Kelly.
Muttering to himself all the way down the ramp. I don't know why he's like acting like a heel. He's a beloved babyface. Yammering at the fans there.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Social Outcasts from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 163 pounds, Bruce Lee.
Whoa, 2 people in a row where they got their names right. See if he can keep the streak going. Oh no, it's going to break it here.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Trailblazers from England, weighing in at 212 pounds, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Randy. Close but not quite.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking, says that one gentleman. Charlie Kelly representing the Gang. Soul Bros represented by Bruce Lee. Gordon Ramsay representing, what was it? Reality Check, I believe. And now your champion, Nicolas Cage, representing
And introducing
Hollywood
the champion,
Violence.
representing the Hollywood Blondes from wherever he wants. Weighing in at 186 pounds, he is the Super Hardcore Internet Television Champion, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Still pretty close. Not bad at all. Oh, he's so happy to be here. There you see the beautiful Multimedia Championship on the line in this one. Fatal four-way. Falls Count Anywhere. First pinfall or submission wins it. We are ready to roll. That's what it's all about. Roll on the line in this one. And your Trebuchet main event. First of 2 big main events we're going to be bringing you this afternoon. And I've already been given word on what next week's main event is, i.e. the second show of the afternoon. And it is a doozy. Talk about throwing monkey wrenches into people's plans. I do not envy the referee in this one, as falls and submission attempts count anywhere in the arena. Oh, wait a minute, small package driver. Bruce Lee lets go. He's got to scurry back and forth as best he can. Essentially 2 concurrent singles matches going on at any given time here. Quick 2 count for Bruce Lee, trying to cement his place as one of the best wrestlers in the GWA and win his first taste of singles gold away from Nicolas Cage. A man he knows all too well. And Soul Bros having feuded with Hollywood and Violence for the what amounted in spring, I suppose, of this universe mode calendar year. Counter into the power slam by Kelly. Side of the ring, Bruce Lee and Nicolas Cage continuing their hostilities. Referee has to have eyes in the back of their head for a pinfall or submission attempt outside the ring now, as this is a falls count anywhere matchup. Referee's discretion as to which pin or submission attempt he's going to track first. However they get there is entirely up to these 4 competitors. Weapons are completely legal. Disqualifications are not a factor. Oh, that ripcord knee strike in the face of Cage repeatedly from Bruce Lee. Off the ropes comes Ramsey, but Kelly able to duck. Pop up to the top rope. Slow rotation on the moonsault. Into the cover on Ramsey. 1, 2. Strong 2 count for Charlie Kelly, who just thought he'd won the Multimedia Championship. Was not to be, at least not yet. Oh, Bruce Lee planted with that DDT outside the ring. Look at all the work the ref has to do to get near that cover. Bruce Lee out at nothing, thanks to the fact that the referee had to slide all the way out of the ring. We really should hire a second ref for matches like this, especially if this were like an 8-way falls count anywhere. But now the action is spilled to the floor. It is perfectly legal for it to do so. Back to the ring they go. That's where the ref is going to default. Brainbuster on the floor to Kelly. Ramsey picks him back up. Now it's their turn to spend some time in the ring. Gordon Ramsay is setting up Charlie Kelly for something here. Oh, charges into him, but they knock heads. 2 with a Tiger Driver. Oh, just a 2. Ramsey thought he'd retained. Snapped off that Tiger Driver quick. And Kelly out at 2.5 that time. Bruce Lee was trying to come in and make the save. I don't know if he would have made it in time, but Kelly got out of his own merit. Ramsey's looking to put him away. Don't know what he did, but it must have hurt. Where's the ref? 2, 3. Wait a minute. Gordon Ramsay with the pin, but Nicolas Cage had Bruce Lee pinned for the 3 outside. Controversy abounds. Gordon Ramsay somehow won the title back. Let's take a look at let's see if we can find a shot of the conclusion of this matchup. We saw a clear 3 count outside the ring. That wasn't the pinfall that did it. Yeah, that was... Okay, there, that twisting move off the top. Oh, there you can see concurrently the skull-crushing finale had been hit on the floor. The pins happened at exactly the same time, but the referee was tracking the pin in the ring. Whoa, Nicolas Cage has a beef. He's already owed a rematch, but He might have a further beef. I don't know how we're going to resolve this. Very interesting to end Trebuchet. Almost at Rampage. Very interesting to end that. Gordon Ramsay, a 2-time multimedia champion, just like that. I did say I did not envy the referee in that one. And with good cause. I would like to exit and prepare for the next show. Thank you. That's kind of you to offer. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Poof. Forgot to do that. As it is a week before Christmas. Poof. There we go. All done. Okay. I might even leave it up next week. The week leading up to New Year's. Okay, off to the next show. Actually, I'm going to back out and just do calendar, because I can just go more easily. So we're right here. We're going to go here. Skipping SmackDown, Raw, and NXT for the week. Off to the next GWA show. So, what I've been doing lately is I've been keeping the booked rivalry matches and rebooking everything else. So let's go ahead and edit these things. If there's any rivalry matches, we will keep them. There's one here. Finally, a tag team match between the two, so I'm going to delete this, get rid of this, and this. That's another rivalry. There we go. Rivalry matches. Let me just input these quickly, and then fill out the rest of the card. Alright, so it is a full tag match where the ladies' men will be taking on PBS in a non-title match. And then Billie Eilish, once again, taking on Nicki Minaj. Nicki remains undefeated against Nicki Minaj. And then now a one-on-one match, Gamora versus the Bride. That's part of their tag team feud. Okay, and then I have the qualifier. And then I'm going to do another tag team match. I just want to see a tag team I haven't used in a little while. That's pretty much it. Let me just take a look here. Okay. Okay. Let me change the baby faces in that one. All right, I am ready to book. So, starting with match number 4. This is going to be our triple threat women's qualifier. I mean, I was doing custom rules for that. Hang on. There, multimedia melee qualifier. Pretty much the same thing. This one, of course, Shadow feature former women's champion Mystique. And it will feature 11 and our newest signee, Chitara. Okay, so there's our women's qualifier, middle of the show. 2, 3, 4. And then we have straight up tag match. Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, Miyagi Fang versus Dr. Phil and Steve Harvey. Reality check. Tag team action. Okay, then in a rematch from last week, another singles match. This is going to be Venom with a manager, the Joker, against Superman, still in his Emo phase, one manager. And that manager will be Bimmy. Okay. So a rematch, Venom, Superman with managers. And then we got a big main event. Oh boy, oh boy. A singles contest. Normal rules. In one corner, cashing in his title opportunity, Steve Harrington with Hopper. In his corner is going to be challenging for the Multiversal Championship against Lex Luthor. Talk about throwing a monkey wrench into plans. And his manager shall be... Oh, they literally have managers. Cute. Who's left? Black Adam. Is the only other league member remaining. So Black Adam in his corner. For the title. This is Steve Harrington cashing in his title opportunity by being one of the winners of the Trios Tournament of Terror in October. Hopper cashed his in for a multimedia championship shot, and he won the belt. Eddie Munson cashed in his for a tag team title opportunity, and they did not win the belts. And now Steve Harrington is cashing his in for the Multiversal Championship, which he hopes to wrestle from Lex Luthor. Without any further ado, now that we booked that card, let's get down to the ring for week 38 of Trebuchet. As we pop back into the old wormhole. Okay, so Ladies Men PBS starting us off. Then we got Billie Eilish, Nicki Minaj, and another singles. These are all rivalry matches that they're show at the game auto booked. And then Gamora the Bride, same thing, rivalry match that they auto booked. And then we have a three-way qualifier: Mystique 11, Chitara. We got Miyagi Fang reality check, Venom Superman in a rematch, and then Steve Harrington challenging Lex Luthor for the Multiversal Championship in the main event. What a show! Couldn't be prouder to be emanating from beautiful wherever this place is. We'll tell you in a minute. Maybe not Columbus again. Maybe not. Maybe so. Let's find out together in beautiful Bremen, Germany. Quite the commute from Columbus, but we made it. I mean, we had a week to get there, and wormhole technology at our fingertips. All right, we are opening things off with rivalry action. Ladies Men PBS tag team action. I'm going to mute myself and eat some pizza during this match, so my apologies if I don't get all of the commentary for this one. I'm doing my best. One piece down, one to go. Delicious. Cheeseless pizza. Oh, look at that. Bill Nye just tearing at the mask of Michael Myers here on the floor. Standard 10 count applying. Countouts, disqualifications. This is your run-of-the-mill tag team encounter. Non-title, of course. Though these two teams have traded the tag titles back and forth a couple of times. This particular encounter, a non-title affair between the two. Perhaps, fingers crossed, knock on wood, leading to a tag title match between the two at Love Hurts. I'm kind of leaving it up to the game itself to book that for me, but rest assured, if it doesn't automatically lead to that, I'll just make them into it, like I'll just book it as a title match. The laser focus of Bill Nye. Drawing Michael Myers back to his feet. Oh! Catches a fist to the gut. Does the science guy. As now Myers walks him back to the corner of the ladies' men. So a bit of turmoil between these two at the conclusion of last week's matchup. A singles affair between Myers and Rogers. Let's see if it affects their tag team continuity this week. As Leatherface looks on. Perhaps going to get tagged in. Nope. Myers working on Bill Nye in the corner of the ladies' men. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me again. Oh, hiccups. Got Bill Nye isolated. Repeated punches to the face. Whatever happened to no closed fist in pro wrestling? I guess they just got away from that, huh? They just allow it. Much like the no over the top disqualification rule. Bill Nye somehow able to fight Michael Myers all the way back in the corner of the public beatdown squad. Let's see if he tags in Mr. Rogers here. Alright, I'm gonna go back to eating more pizza. Please enjoy the match. Rogers looking for the cover here. Got Leatherface leg hooked. Just a two. Back in a moment with my intermittent commentary. All right, hey. In a big bad way. Just like Michael Myers is hurting in a big bad way after that atomic drop. A stomp with the side of the head by Bill Nye. Tagging out to his championship partner, Mr. Rogers, one half of the Public Beatdown Squad. The current GWA World Tag Team Champions, and we couldn't be happier to have you strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle this fine afternoon with us. For what is likely the final broadcast of the calendar year. As I take a look. Yeah, things work out perfectly. I will be broadcasting on Monday the 25th because I usually do just a little short Christmas stream. And then no streams next week. And I shall return on, I'll be back the 25th, and then after that, I'm next on air in the Foist. Shoulder breaker by Leatherface, hooks the leg deep on Bill Nye, into the cover. Nye escapes. Always nice to have the fans are aware of their surroundings. As Myers is tagged back in, you can see him busted open over the bridge in the nose there. Blood trickling out through the mask. Now hoisting Bill Nye up for that sleeper attempt, that arm trap sleeper variation that he uses. Mr. Rogers in to make the save from the submission attempt of that, but now Myers going for the pin. Now that he's choked Bill Nye out. Nye able to still fight his way out at 2, trying to crawl his way over to the corner of Fred Rogers and tag out, but unable to do so. Michael Myers cutting him off. Points the man up and over. Interesting leg drop by Myers, and in comes Leatherface. Immediately into the cover. Gets 2. Almost gets 3, but a double axe handle to the tush from Fred Rogers breaks it up. Mr. Rogers paying for his crimes. It's thrown to the floor. Bill Nye blindsides Michael Myers, and we're down to Leatherface and the Science Guy. And there are those shots to the kidneys of Leatherface as their partners fight on the floor. Oh, up and over goes Nye. Nice counter. Got him scooped up for the DDT! That should do it! Leatherface knocked smooth out into the cover! 1, 2! Oh, somehow, some way, Leatherface able to roll that shoulder. Gutbuster now from Bill Nye. As you can see, Michael Myers just starting to stir. In comes Rogers. Got to be thinking pile driver. Oh, drops the fist first. Leatherface catches the leg. Dragon screw. Not just choking the man. Ref, pay attention, bud. Able to tag out to Michael Myers. These two have had quite the singles war lately. Myers caught immediately into the pile driver. Rogers has got to drag him well away from that corner if he can help it. Now just spins him away from the rope at least. Hooks the leg. Leatherface is going to break this up. Well before the count of 2. And gets sent up and to the floor. Rogers ascends to the top turnbuckle. Oh, King Kong knee drop to Michael Myers. Pulls him back to his feet. Myers breaks out of his grasp. Big shoulder tackle. Puts Rogers down. Myers trying to cover up. Gets clotheslined over the ropes to the floor. Oh, bounce off the steel steps is Michael Myers. By one half of the World Tag Team Champs, Mr. Rogers. We only have till 10 to return to the ring. Rogers does so at 5. This is at least going to reset the count. He's up to 6 on Michael Myers. Tag out to Bill Nye, so he has a fresh opponent waiting. Should he return to the ring in time? Nye rolls out of the ring to refresh the count at 7 and gets bounced off the steps. Backbreaker across his own back. He's dribbling the back of Bill Nye's head off the floor of the arena here. It's Michael Myers as the count still being laid in by the official. 5 now. Up and over goes Myers. Leveling Bill Nye, the science guy. Watch that spinning leg drop once again. Just wailing away. Again, a non-title affair here. Tag team feud has been brewing for months now. Oh, drop spine first on the barricade. Sent careening to the other side of the ring. Ref up to 7. Oh! DDT countered at 8. By Bill Nye, who rolls back into the ring. Myers is down. Reds up to 9. Myers is starting to stir. He's got less than a second to get back into the ring. Just makes it in time. Gets set up across the ropes, or against the ropes, by Bill Nye, who's loving life right now. Drops a knee to the side of the head of Myers. Still disoriented after nearly getting counted out of this one. Oh, nicely done. Runs past Bill Nye with a bulldog. Bill Nye a quick tag out to Mr. Rogers. Myers able to tag out to Leatherface. Standing drop kick by Rogers. Going for a pin. Wrong part of town here. 2. Almost puts Leatherface down. A surprise pin there. Must know something we don't. Must have seen something in the eyes of Leatherface. He's now looking to take back over on Mr. Rogers. This is only the first matchup of the second week of TREBUCHET we're bringing you today. 6 more matches to follow this one, including a big title opportunity in the main event. Hang on. As Steve Harrington is challenging Lex Luthor for the Multiversal Championship, finally cashing in his guaranteed title opportunity that he earned by being part of the winning trios in the Trios Tournament of Terror. Myers now back in on Rogers. Neckbreaker. Drops him down. Buster. Puts him right back to his feet for more punishment. Rogers able to break free. This is the punch. Executes the backbreaker perfectly. Gets the leg on the cover and gets another solid 2 count. Tag out to Leatherface. Ryder's still in the wrong part of town, but nice DDT. Looking to steal it here on Leatherface. Just a 2 count. Fred Rogers climbing to the top rope. Leatherface prone on the canvas. Beckoned to his feet by Rogers. Misses with the fist drop. That's what he used to knock out Michael Myers in their last singles contest. Comes back with a leg sweep on Leatherface. Drops a fist, not from the top rope, but at least from his own 2 feet. Quick tag out to Bill Nye. Stomping away on Leatherface. Oh, world's strongest slam. Into the cover goes Leatherface. Strong too, but Bill Nye able to kick out. Oh, nice counter there by Bill Nye. Into the Bulldog. Calmly makes his way into the corner of PBS, the Public Beatdown Squad, your current, reigning, and not quite defending GWA Tag Team Champions. Choke bomb! Oh! Plants Mr. Rogers. That's going to give Leatherface time to tag in his Ladies Men partner, Michael Myers. The third member of Ladies Men, Jason Voorhees, not with us tonight. Oh, DDT'd. May have broken his nose. Now into the Anaconda Vice, but too close to the ropes is Myers. Distracted by Bill Nye from the outside. Been a long feud between the Ladies Men and PBS, the Public Beatdown Squad. Hook of the leg by Myers. Nye in to make the save before a count of 2. And this tag team match continues. Rogers looking for his partner, nobody to tag. Gotta continue taking the fight to Myers, got him up. For the pile driver as Leatherface and Bill Nye are fighting up the rampway. Gonna swing Myers away from the ropes. And into the covers, Leatherface just waits to make the save. 1, 2, Leatherface. They're in time. Bill Nye nowhere to be seen. Chin crusher to Fred Rogers. Neutralized. Trying to get Leatherface out of the ring so we can focus on Michael Myers. It's Rogers, but he gets caught! Into the vice once again! Really leaning into it! Michael Myers wailing away! And that is it! Fred Rogers taps! The Ladies Men, your winners! Scoring a win on the Tag Team Champions! The non-title action, of course. Big win! Ah, no! Such poor sports. A boo hiss. A boo hiss! A boo. A boo to you. All right then. Clearly on a mission here. That's what you get. 5-star rivalry match. Don't know what any of that means. You got it. More rivalry stuff. Billie Eilish, Nicki Minaj. I'm not in charge of any of this. Billie Eilish has been just trouncing Nicki Minaj every week. And still their feud continues. Nikki going right to work, picking up where she left off last week. These two know each other very well. They fought the past 6 weeks in a row, I think, on Trebuchet. Something like that. It's been a while, at least. Oh, and it's been all Billie Eilish in terms of wins and losses. This might be their 5th match. Yeah, I think Billie Eilish is 4-0. Minaj looking to get on the board here in some kind of way in this feud with Billie Eilish. I don't know what they're feuding over. I don't know what started the feud, what sparked this rivalry. I can tell you why Nicki Minaj is still in it. She's still desperate for that one win. I don't know what Billie Eilish is getting out of it at this point, other than further humiliation of her opponent. And even that's got to lose its luster after a while, you would think. Nice reversal there by Nicki Minaj, rolling Eilish off. Ooh, spins her around into the backbreaker. Nice Northern Lights by Eilish in reply. Oh, Fisherman Buster to Nicki Minaj. Eilish elects not to go for the cover. Will inflict more damage. Turning belly to belly, center of the ring. Billie Eilish going to the top rope. Hits the elbow drop. Now pulling at the limbs of Nicki Minaj. Likes to use that arm breaker, cross arm breaker, or Fujiwara arm bar, some sort of arm bar variation from Billie Eilish. Nicki Minaj uses a DDT variation of her own. We saw a DDT from Billie Eilish there. And drops the point of the elbow across the brow of Nicki. Backbreaker. It is all Billie here, as we've come to see out of these matchups. Oh! Nice kick to the side of the mush by Minaj. Into that DDT. She hit 3 of them in their last match, and it still couldn't put Eilish away. We'll see how she does this time. First DDT of the match. Gets a rope break. Gets a no count for Nicki Minaj. Right back to the spinning belly to belly goes Eilish. Twisting away at that shoulder joint. Also likes to use the trailer hitch submission that works the legs. There she goes. Armbar locked in. Nicki Minaj in trouble. Eilish looking strong, and that'll do it. Nicki Minaj taps. Billie Eilish wins again. Very one-sided feud here in the GWA. I'm curious to see what happens. Are they just waiting for Nicki to win? Is that why there's not like any actual feud stuff going on? Because it's been all Billie Eilish tapping out Nicki Minaj over and over again.
Here is your winner, Billie Eilish.
Yeah, just a normal match with nothing before or after it to indicate that they're in a feud other than that little graphic that shows that it had a star rating. Boo earns. Third and final rivalry match of the show, Gamora versus the Bride. Their tag teams are feuding, so might as well have a little singles activity between these two. Gamora, representing the women's tag team champions of herself and her sister Nebula of the Black Order, taking on the Bride, representing herself and her partner Tifa Lockhart, comprising Unbridled Strength, who are undoubtedly due a women's tag team title shot at the Love Hurts pay-per-view. To build up to that, wouldn't you know it, some singles action. Gamora v Bride headed your way. Oh dear, we're starting hot and heavy here. Referee having to separate these two. Now you will recall that Gamora and Nebula attacked the Bride and her partner Tifa Lockhart before their last tag team matchup. So things starting hot and heated between these two. The Bride taking it right to Gamora, who fires back. Heavy hitters in the women's division in this one. Curious to see who comes out on top. and singles activity as we build toward that eventual tag team confrontation for the titles. Strike combo from the Bride puts Gamora down. Up top, drops the knee. All Bride into the cover. 1, 2. More out at 2. Big swept out as Gamora's trying to fight her way back into this thing. Slowing things down. Using legs to take the wind away from the Bride, but she's able to break free. Springboard forearm shot. Gets clotheslined. Some live rounds coming out of both these ladies. Let's some heavy, heavy hitters out of the women's division in this one. Speaking of women's division, we got a qualifier for the chamber match at the pay-per-view coming up following this matchup. We are going to see Mystique take on Eleven and Chitara. The winner making their way into the women's elimination chamber match at the pay-per-view, joining Red Sonja, Ariana Grande, Queen Elizabeth, and challenging Wonder Woman for the World Women's title. We have 2 more qualifiers headed your way. One momentarily following this matchup, and one next week as we present the last 2 shows before our pay-per-view. And hang on. Submission attempt here by the Bride, fought out by Gamora. Like we said, we expect these 2 women and their respective partners to go 2-on-2 at the pay-per-view. Things bubbling over. At least one singles match required. What a boot to the face. Pin that woman. Hooks the leg on the Bride, who looks to be snoring, and somehow kicks out at 2.5. It looked like she was snoring on the canvas and somehow woke up in time to continue the matchup. Hasn't moved since, though. Gamora looking for the infinity symbol. Starts with the figure 4 and bridges up into that sideways figure 8. The infinity symbol. Bride in a world of hurt here. Trying to fight through the pain. Oh, grabs a hold of the leg and forces her way free. Nicely done by the Bride. Gotta wonder what kind of damage has been done to the legs and lower back, though. Reverses out of the neck breaker, does the Bride. Sends Gamora to the apron. Oh, and then the enziguri sends her to the floor. Slides out after her, does the Bride. Continuing the fight. There's a 10 count to consider. Disqualifications are in effect. I know this thing did start fairly heated. I'd like to see it end cleanly if we could. Very slow count, very generous count being employed by the referee here. As we are only up to 3. Knee crusher to the Bride by Gamora. Who makes her way back into the ring. At the very least, refreshing the count. Oh no, waits for the Bride to re-enter the ring. Slap to the back by Gamora, then sweeps the leg out. Oh, tries to hyperextend that hip joint. Takes the Bride into the turnbuckle now. Gamora looking to take over this thing in a big bad way. Neck breaker out of the corner. Pulls the Bride back to her feet. What is Gamora thinking here? Discus punch. Drops her, but Bride fighting back from a prone position. Gets countered once again. Gamora with a bit of a shoulder tackle. Didn't really move the Bride. Pop-up punch to Gamora. Back to her feet. Stomping away. Back to work on those arms of Gamora goes the Bride. rather extended animation on that one maneuver. Up and over and to the floor goes Gamora, courtesy of the Bride, who's celebrating for the fans in the ring before sliding out after Gamora. As we said, your champions, Black Order, feuding with unbridled strength. In the tag team rankings of the GWA Women's Division. As Gamora's head was just bounced off that metal pole. Still able to rise before the count of 5 and return to the ring. Oh, a big boot to the face of the Bride on her way back in. Chops her. Natural selection. Into the cover. 1, 2. Right out at 2. It feels like they're fighting forever. Oh! What a shot from the Bride. 1, 2. Gamora's turn to just slip the shoulder before the 3 count. Oh, back in with another submission variation. Bride looking to tap Gamora out. She's in trouble here. That will do it. Gamora taps. Bride wins. Take a look at some of the action. Okay, maybe we don't. I'm not hitting any buttons. It's just going through like the fastest clips, like just the strikes. Beep, up, boop, up, beep. Okay. Had a little pre-match thing that indicated rivalry, and then that was it. And now the 4 matches that I booked. Starting with the multimedia melee, well, the Elimination Chamber match qualifier, Mystique, Chitara, and 11 in a triple threat match. Mystique and Chitara faced off in singles action in Chitara's debut. Chitara coming up in the losing end of things. Let's see if she can get a measure of revenge against Mystique in this triple threat match. Or if 11 will play spoiler for both of them. Winner joins the chamber match at the pay-per-view. Triple threat action headed your way. What are we listening to here? It's like weird trail music. It's like a Western musical from the 50s. Away we go, all 3 competitors in the ring at the same time. First pinfall or submission wins this one. No countouts, no disqualifications. Got to pin or submit your opponent in the ring. Early pin attempt broken up by Chitara. Fairly new to the GWA ring. What a splash she would make early in her career if she's able to qualify for the chamber. Mystique, of course, would love to get back into the title hunt, being our inaugural Women's World Champion. As well as 11 would like to enjoy some singles success from the Hellfire FC tag team with Max Mayfield. See with that chin lock, simple but effective. This could tap 11. Still pretty early in the matchup, however, and 11's able to fight free, as you can see Chitara starting to stir on the southern side of the ring. 11 playing to the crowd. It's Mystique and Chitara go one-on-one. As we mentioned, these two faced off in singles competition a couple of weeks ago. So no love lost here. Hammerlock body slam by 11, as now it's Chitara's turn to soak in the adulation of the fans. Mystique needs to take a bit of a powder. 11 takes over on Chitara. Roll through by 11. Double Northern Lights, only gets a 1 count. And Mystique able to make her way back into the ring. 11 turns her attention to the former world champ. Chitara starts to stir. Snap suplex into the cover goes 11. Chitara able to break it up at the count of 1. Keeping the match alive for herself and Mystique with this triple threat. Trying to qualify for the chamber. At the end of this, we will have our 5th of 6 competitors, with 1 more to be determined. Up and over goes 11, courtesy of Mystique. Trying to put 11 away before Chitara can get back involved in the matchup. Unable to do so as in comes Chitara. Pump handle slam into the cover. 1, 2, no. Solid 2 count, but no further for Chitara. Can't let up for 1 second as she's blindsided by 11. Oh, into an SCF variation. Trying to tap out Chitara and punch her ticket to the Elimination Chamber. Mystique breaks it up with a kick to the back. Looking for the cover now is 11. Mystique right back into action, breaks it up at a count of nothing. Eleven turns her attention now to Mystique. Headed to the top rope. What a moonsault to the former world champ. Sends Mystique rolling out to the floor. Try to get her win back. Now 11, kicked off by Chitara. Gets caught. Blunt force trauma. 1, 2, no again. Chitara thought she'd had the match won, but a 2 count from her opponent says otherwise. Mystique able to slide back into the ring. Looking for the unprettier, perhaps. Nope, pulls it into a bulldog. Don't know who quite got the worst of that one. I think Chitara able to throw her off at the last possible second. Into the DDT. Oh, trying to grab Mystique while she's not looking. Into the German suplex, beautifully done by Chitara. Rolls out of the way of the kick, doesn't duck the follow-up. Double noggin knocker, courtesy of Mystique to her 2 opponents. Nice gut wrench into the suplex. As 11 once again turns to the crowd for support. One of these 3 women will earn their way into the Elimination Chamber coming up at Love Hurts. We'll have an opportunity to wrest the World Women's Championship away from Wonder Woman in that contest. She's putting the belt on the line against 5 contenders in a 6-woman chamber match. Mystique off the ropes. Stratisfaction guaranteed as she hits into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Mystique punches her ticket as Chitara looks on outside the ring, currently floating in the air. Right, Mystique into the chamber. Take the field.
Here is your winner, Miss Toffee.
It's Toffee? What? That's a weird one. And no rivalry to speak of. Just matches. All right. Tag team activity headed your way. Miyagi Fang, that's Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso taking on Reality Check, repped here by Steve Harvey and Dr. Phil. This match is going to go ahead and get underway. I'm going to go ahead. As soon as it loads, I'm going to run to the bathroom, so please enjoy the opening match, or the opening bits of this matchup without commentary. I'm just getting ready to hit the button when it's ready to start. Okay, we are finally back. As Daniel LaRusso rolls into the cover on Steve Harvey. 2. Oh, I was almost thought I was going to be back just in time for the end of the match. As my bathroom activities took no time at all, and then I had to clean a lot after the kits. Oh, what a pile driver from LaRusso. Spiking Harvey on the top of his head. He doesn't even know which direction to crawl. Now he figured it out. In comes Phil for reality check. Johnny Lawrence on the side of Miyagi Fang. Big suplex by Dr. Phil. Thought he was going to kip up after. No such luck. Oh, lawn darting Johnny Lawrence over the ropes to the floor. Where's Phil going? Pointing down to Johnny Lawrence from the top. Double axe handle misses. Steve Harvey got in the way. Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep it. Tag back into LaRusso as Dr. Phil recoups on the floor. Still have plenty of action headed your way. We have a rematch between Venom and Superman next, with seconds this time. Superman on the losing end against Venom last week and try to avenge that loss. Joker in the corner of Venom, Batman in the corner of Superman, and then a huge main event. Steve Harrington cashing in his guaranteed title shot, going for all the gold as he faces Lex Luthor for the Multiversal Championship, still to come in our Trebuchet main event. What a monkey wrench it would be in the plans of one Superman and Lex Luthor if Steve Harrington were to come out of nowhere and beat Lex Luthor for the Multiversal title. What would that mean for our pay-per-view going forward? We might have to find out at the end of this broadcast. What an exciting time. Lex Luthor forced to put the Multiversal Championship on the line in tonight's main event. Air raid crash by Steve Harvey, looking to follow up on LaRusso. LaRusso able to fight free. Catches him with a flying European uppercut. Dodges the kick, does Harvey. Breaks the back. And then sends LaRusso up and over to the apron. Chin crusher sends him to the floor. Steve Harvey tags safely out to Dr. Phil as we present more activity in our tag team division. Dr. Phil once again going up top. A madman this matchup. Looking for that double axe handle to the floor. This time he nails Daniel LaRusso with it. He previously failed to hit Johnny Lawrence. Reality check looking to make a statement against Miyagi Fang. Tag team division here in the GWA is second to none. LaRusso sends Dr. Phil back into the ring ahead of returning to it himself. And then right back to the apron To the floor goes Dr. Phil. Oh, Phil catches him. 1, 2. Johnny Lawrence makes the save, diving across the ring. Got caught in that splay out boss man slam. What a kick by LaRusso. Into the cover on Phil. 1, 2. No, Dr. Phil gets the shoulder up. Meanwhile, Steve Harvey wailing away on Johnny Lawrence on the floor. LaRusso measuring Dr. Phil from the top rope. No! Swing and a miss from LaRusso. Don't know what he had in mind there, but he missed wild. Perhaps going to set up for it again. Oh, coming out of the corner is LaRusso now. Rolling neck breaker. Into the cover. 1, 2. Phil out to get it too. LaRusso can't believe it. Harvey at his back. Steve Harvey bounced off the turnbuckle, thrown into the center of the ring. Stacking up reality check is Daniel LaRusso. Able to avoid some grapple attempts, but not that last one. Bear hug into a spine buster by Dr. Phil, into the cover. Lawrence makes the save. He's sent to the floor by Dr. Phil, ascending to the top turnbuckle. Is he thinking axe handle? No! Big splash to Daniel LaRusso in the ring! Axe kick! Point of the heel in the back of the head, right in the medulla oblongata of Daniel LaRusso. Who now somehow has the measure of Steve Harvey. Dang near kicked his face off. Got to get him away from the ropes. Got to get him out of his own corner. That's as far as he can drag him. Into the cover. Hooks the leg. Dr. Phil's there to make the save. But he doesn't. And Miyagi Fang win. Dr. Phil distracted. Miyagi Fang pick up the victory. Okay, then.
Here are your winners, the Misfits.
Miyagi Fang, LaRusso, and Lawrence. When's that final season? I mean, the strike pushed things back, but that final season's got to be debuting soon, I would hope. Okay, semi-main time. A rematch between Superman and Venom. Superman trying to get that win. Venom trying to continue his established dominance. Keep Superman second guessing himself ahead of his title opportunity coming up at Love Hurts against Lex Luthor. However, I don't know what happens to Superman's title opportunity if Lex Luthor loses the Multiversal Championship to Steve Harrington in tonight's main event. Still to come. The GWA Championship Committee has been behind closed-door meetings all day, trying to deal with the fact that Nicolas Cage has a legitimate claim to having defeated his opponents in that fatal four-way match to retain his Multimedia Championship versus Gordon Ramsay being declared the winner as a simultaneous pinfall occurred in their championship match last week. Still waiting on a ruling on that one. As you see Venom in command early here on Superman. Oh, all Venom thus far. He rolls him into the cover, center of the ring. Joker looking on, smile on his face. Kind of always has a smile on his face, though, even when he's frowning. Superman finally getting a little bit of offense in here. Got a long way to go. Gets countered by Venom. Snap suplex by Superman. Oof. But again, Venom able to stuff any follow-up offense attempt, at least initially. And then it gets bounced off the corner, turnbuckle, and thrown toward the center of the ring. Superman just wailing away on Venom now. Nothing fancy about this offense, just punches, raining punches down into the face of Venom. Pulls him back to his feet, scoops him up. Drops him throat first across the top rope. Superman's starting to come back here into the cover. 2. Solid 2 count, but Venom able to kick out. Superman's got to stay on him here. Repeated shots to the side of the head. Just raining down more blows to the face of Venom. A lot of concentrated offense on the head and neck of Venom in this one so far from Superman. Survived an early onslaught, now getting distracted by the Joker, at least for a second. That's all Venom needed. Get back out in front here, scoops him up for the Dude Buster. Spikes him. Gotta pull him away from the ropes for a pin attempt. Could pin Superman 2 weeks in a row here. 1, 2. Scoops him up. Plants him down. Hooks both the legs like last week. 1, 2. Oh, this time Superman kicks out. And looking to put him away once and for all here. Gonna slow things down, contemplate his next move. Oh, Superman slips free. Clips the leg of Venom from behind. Not the most heroic move, but it works. Once again distracted by Joker on the outside. Paying dividends for Venom in this one. Hammerlock. Snap suplex. Into the cover once again. 1, 2. Superman kicks it 2. Drops the big leg. Drop kick to the back. Venom headed up top. This can only be disastrous for Superman if he hits it. Big splash. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Strong kick of 2 for Superman. But he's got to get some offense in here. It's been all Venom again. Oh, hang on. Throws him across the ring with a suplex. Does Superman. Right back to those punches, that basic offense of the Man of Steel. Now set in the corner, looking to measure Venom. Spear! Joker up to the apron. Try to work with a turnbuckle pad, distracting the referee. Superman with the him punch. Turn around, ref. Referee still distracted by Joker. Superman had him beat. Potentially twice. Hooks the leg. That should be a rope break because Venom's legs are outside the ring. Oh, ho, ho, ho. 2.5. Getting closer. Superman struggling back to his feet. Venom trying to rip his face off. As you see Batman looking on. Hasn't really countered any of Joker's antics. Went for the Dude Buster and got stuffed. Tossed aside by Superman. Now he's in World's Finest Corner. I think he just busted Venom open. Scoops him up. And drops him throat first across the top rope. Superman into the corner. Looking for another spear, perhaps. Center of the ring. Blasts him with a spear. Shot out of the corner like a speeding bullet. And again, Joker with a distraction. Hip punch into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Superman back on track. Now let's see what Lex Luthor does with the challenge of Steve Harrington in the main event. What a matchup it was. Several moments where we thought Venom was going to go 2-0 against Superman. Blam! But that last him punch was enough to tip the scales in the favor of truth, justice, and Superman being in the win column. And now time, interest is on for the main event. Steve Harrington with Hopper in his corner taking on Lex Luthor with Black Adam in tow for Lex Luthor's Multiversal Championship. Steve Harrington earning this opportunity by virtue of being part of the winning trios in the Trios Tournament of Terror along with Hopper and Eddie Munson. Eddie Munson cashing in his title opportunity for a tag title shot. Hopper cashing in his title opportunity for a multimedia championship shot. And finally, Steve Harrington pulling the trigger on a multiversal championship opportunity against Lex Luthor. It's time for the Trebuchet main event of the day.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World's Wrestling Championship.
There you see with Hopper in tow, Steve Harrington repping Hellfire FC. Oh yeah, this is one of those things where they get to the ring and then they do the intros after, so once they're keyed, I can go ahead and skip the rest of their actual introduction animation. Or entrance animation, I should say. I'm not quite digging the music. There you see Black Adam psyching him up. Super jazzed to be here, along with Lex Luthor, who's the actual champion. I don't know why Black Adam's in front. Seems like a typical Dwayne Johnson move, though. What do I know? As they make their way to the ring. For our in-ring introductions for this Titanic Trebuchet main event for the Multiversal Championship. Only a handful of times has the title been defended on television. And such is the occasion tonight.
The challenger from Indiana, Weighing in at 178 pounds, Steve Harrington.
What? How does it have
Introducing
Steve
the champion
Harrington perfectly?
From Kansas,
Amazing.
weighing in at 262 pounds, he is the world's wrestling champion, Lex Luthor.
And Lex Luthor, of course, they have no problem as well. The Multiversal Champion handing over that beautiful title on the line in the main event. The first defense of Lex Luthor. Cannot be happy that he's having to put his title on the line this close to Love Hurts. There you see the belt up for grabs today. Here we go, Steve Harrington in the jeans and gray jacket, Lex Luthor in the bright green Kryptonian battle armor. Served him well on his way to the Multiversal Championship here in the GWA. Felt that he is reluctantly putting on the line tonight against Steve Harrington. Luthor had to watch Legion of Doom stablemate Venom and Joker come up on the losing end of that singles contest against Superman in our last matchup. Oh, backdrop suplex onto the ring frame by Luthor. Countouts and disqualifications are still in effect. That's not going to win you the title. Luthor could potentially retain it using a countout or disqualification, though. Steve Harrington must pin or submit Luthor to win that title, to win that belt, to win that championship. Luthor need only retain. However, he can. Looking for a pin here. A no count from Steve Harrington. Lots of fight left in the challenger here in this main event of Trebuchet. Only 2 weeks out from the Love Hurts pay-per-view. That means next week we're going to be bringing you 2 weeks of Trebuchet, including the go-home show, and then the week following, it's just going to be the pay-per-view in and of itself. As the slow, methodical pace of Lex Luthor starting to take over here. Oh, hang on! Charge toward Harrington, and Harrington caught him. Harrington tried to tip the scales in his favor. Trying to wear down Luthor with this inverted figure four. Luthor's just got to reach his arms out. Able to break free rather easily. This early going of the matchup. Oh, gut check time for Luthor. Into the cover goes Harrington. 1, 2. Luthor out at 2. Harrington can't believe it. He was 1 count away from being Multiversal Champion in his first ever attempt. Sweeps the leg into a choke slam. Does Lex Luthor, and then scoops up Harrington for a huge spine buster. Spins him around. Pulls him away from the ropes. Hooks the leg on the cover. 1, 2. Harrington out strongly at 2. Lex adjusts his battle strategy and goes right back on the attack. Kicks him low. Into the pedigree. Center of the ring. 1, 2. Through. No! Harrington gets the shoulder up. Lex can't believe it. Thought he'd retain the title there. But some fight remains in Steve Harrington. Clapping the ears of Luthor. Flipped him into a backbreaker. 1, 2. Luthor gets out somehow. I thought that was it. What a strong finish that would have been for Steve Harrington. Luthor able to recover back to his feet. Oh, going for a cheap pin. 1, 2. Oh, he can't steal a victory. Oh, Harrington coming back now. What an attempt by Luther to steal the pin and retain his title. Harrington all over him. Luther able to counter. Spine buster. Scoops him back to his feet. Pedigree. Rolls him up. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Luther retains. Crisis averted for Lex Luthor. And it looks like they want to potentially turn it into a rivalry, but that ain't it. That ain't it, yo. No rivalry. Solid effort from Steve Harrington, but he comes up on the losing side. Lex Luthor retains the Multiversal title in the main event of Trebuchet. Whew, what a show. And we are 2 weeks out, and the main event remains intact. We're going to see Lex Luthor in that rematch with Superman coming up the Love Hurts pay-per-view. My word, we're going to skip NXT Vengeance and go down to this. There we go. And that is going to do it for me for today. I would like to thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. Wishing everybody out there chill vibes and clear skies. And if you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about me, the Silent G, your old pal, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. And happy holidays and Merry Christmas to one and all, if you happen to celebrate. This is the last the next time we broadcasting will be on Monday, the 25th, the actual Christmas Day. I'll be back with a little brunch time, or a little early afternoon Christmas related stream, and then I'm taking the rest of the week off, and then I will see you the 1st of January. So, Christmas stream and then New Year's Day stream are the next 2 opportunities to see me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend, and the holidays to follow. Ta-ta for now.